and I'm your host, Josh. Thanks for tuning in. Glad to be with you today. Um, so today we're going to talk about the little things. There's a lot of things that you can do, um, and it starts by changing the things that you do. And I find that the hardest part is getting started, but also sticking with that for at least 30 days. It's really, really hard. But once you make it into a habit, it becomes pretty easy at that point. So, you know, um, what I mean is, I guess if you're changing your diet, and I hate to say the word diet, let's just say, you're trying to stick to whole foods, would be a great example. It shouldn't be a diet, it just should be a way of life. And with me, I'm always changing my diet to trying out different things that benefit me or that I like. Because if you change what you eat and you don't like the new food that you have that you're eating, then you're not going to stick with it. So you got to find some whole foods that you like to eat. um, but I think last year I was eating a lot of eggs. I had like 8 eggs a day, 6 to 8 eggs a day, and I had high cholesterol. I also would use butter and olive oil, and I ate cheese. Um, and why am I telling you this? Well, because I had high cholesterol. Um, and so, I just made some little changes. I ended up um, cutting out the butter, which I think a teaspoon of butter had 30 grams of cholesterol. And then cheese has like 30 grams of cholesterol and like 1 ounce. So I cut the cheese out, right? Cut the butter out. Um, and then red meat, I probably only eat red meat once a week. But that had a lot of cholesterol in red meat. Also, I like shrimp. Shrimp has a lot of cholesterol. So it's like I like the foods with cholesterol in it, don't I? But I was eating like big handfuls of shrimp. So I've cut that back to like just one handful of shrimp. So just, the small things add up to not having high cholesterol when you do those things. So, and now I'm down to 4 eggs a day, which, ha, if you put in Google how many eggs a week you should eat, it says 2 eggs a week, right? And if I'm eating 4 eggs a day, was 4 times 7, right? So yeah, a lot of eggs, I guess, compared to what they say you should be eating. Um, so yeah, it's just small changes I think can help with your cholesterol. Um, if you are on one of those low carb diets, then you just want to be careful that you're not. It's not so much the fat, but the cholesterol and the fat. So stick to that white meat. I would say, if you can, the turkey, the chicken, right? So um, yeah, just those small things do add up. Simple tweaks to your diet um, can definitely help your health improvement. So yeah, I haven't really missed butter. I'm switching to just olive oil all the time. I don't taste any difference to me. But maybe you can taste the difference, and you're really bummed out about that. I don't know. I wanted to talk to you about the tip of the day, or the tip of the week. Let's see. I've been drinking some lemon water and lime water. It's involved into lemon and lime water. I guess limes have less sugar in them than lemons. And they got plenty of vitamin C in them. So, yeah, I've been drinking that, trying to help my appetite, suppress it. I have a huge appetite. I've talked in another episode that at any given moment I can like eat like a 2-pound hamburger, or like I can at any point, in any day, I could put down like 70 pieces of sushi. So like it's got this huge stomach, and sometimes I feel like I'm never full. So, and I could just keep eating and eating and eating and eating and eating and eating, right? So you definitely want something that's going to suppress your appetite if you have a huge, stomach, or you're not getting that signal from your stomach to your brain that says you're full. So I would say, lemon water, or lemon and lime water, or you could just do lime water. It helps, I believe it helps speed up the metabolism, as well as suppresses your appetite, I believe. For me, it does, I think. I don't seem as hungry when I drink that. And it adds a little flavor to your water, but it's, it's not going to be that high sugar. So, I think it is pretty good. So, hopefully you can start doing that. I don't know if you already do that. So, hopefully that's a tip that maybe you can add into your routine. So lime and lemon water can help suppress the appetite, speed up the metabolism, and suppress your... Oh, yeah, I already said that. All right. So that's the tip of the week. So let's see. Long run. I brought seeds, and only seeds and nuts, and it worked out very well. Unfortunately, I did before the run, I ate a shake that was apparently 3 years old from the expired date, and I think that's what made my stomach really, really sore during the run. And I did have to go to the number 2 twice in the run, so that could have affected it. I took a protein shake called Vegan One. I don't know if you've heard about it. I've taken it before, but it just has instead of just like protein, it just has a lot of vitamins with it as well. So it's like a multivitamin shake plus protein, if you look at it that way. Tastes pretty good. I get the chocolate flavor. But yeah, it was 3 years out of date, and I took that, and my stomach didn't feel good. But I also almost felt like I was in ketosis, because I don't know, it hurt really bad. But I just felt like maybe I didn't have enough carbs or enough salt. Like I felt like I was on the verge of like cramping, but like I had cramps in my stomach. Also that week I got sick where I threw up and I had diarrhea. And maybe I wasn't completely healed from that yet. So I was kind of still in the sick zone. So I think it was a big combination of that. So I think next week I am going to add in some, I think it's some raspberry, dry raspberries or something to give me a little sugar with the nuts and the seeds. So I did take the pumpkin seeds, the sunflower seeds, the almonds, and the herp seeds. Are they seeds? Are they nuts? I think they're seeds. Yeah. The herp seeds, and yeah, I mean that was super lightweight, and I think it gave me enough energy to keep going. I think the biggest thing that I felt was just my stomach was hurting, and yeah, so but hopefully next long run's gonna be much better. Hopefully won't be sick this week, and yeah, if I add in a little bit of dry fruit, maybe that will help me from getting into ketosis. You know, I think if you eat less than like 30 grams of carbs in a day, then you get into that, and where your body only burns fat. But I try to stay above that. I don't really want to get into that. I kind of want my body to burn fat and carbohydrates, so not just fat. So I try to eat enough vegetables to push me, you know, out of that limit there. So I would say at this point we're running 14 miles for your long run. If you did it, you might be considering, you know, that is a long run, and your legs could be sore. You might be considering dropping one of your workouts if you are doing the 7 days a week. But I did want to keep in mind that, you know, your workouts during the week are only 20 minutes, 30 minutes, right? So, I mean, you can do anything for 20, 30 minutes, right? So maybe don't drop it just yet. And I'd say if your legs are sore, you can stretch, and then once they warm up, they're not that sore. So just keep at it, and keep doing what you're doing. You make it through that 20-minute workout or that 30-minute workout, you know. And then you have the whole rest of the day to keep doing what you're doing. Well, that about wraps up the episode here. So thanks for tuning in.